unclean. It's vile. It's disgusting. There's no way around it. That's what it is. And for you to justify that, or for you to condone that, or you say, well, that's just their thing, and I'm just, let them be them and let be me. And, Carrie Underwood's going, I would, as a married person, I would just hate for someone to tell me I couldn't marry somebody. God gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie. Here it is right here. You know what that means? That means they changed the King James Bible. They changed the Bible and turned it into something that wasn't true, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And I'm going to tell everybody listening to me and everybody that's going to hear my voice that you guys who say, I think that's sick, two men together, I think that's disgusting, I think that's wrong, and blah, 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 and yet you've watched pornography with two women together. It's the same thing. Vile affections, even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And so, verse 28, even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. It's not only is it nasty, dirty, and unclean, it's inconvenient. And then we see in verse 29 the list of 23 things, the number for death. Even as they did not, verse 29, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful. And then verse 32, here it is right here. Carrie, if you're listening, I say this to you in love, and I say this to you as someone who will plead with you. Change the course that you're on. You call yourself a Christian. Follow the Bible then. I dare you. Who, knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Rule number one. Those who commit the things that are in this list, which, let's be honest, as I read this list, I could probably check off several that I've done. What does that make me? It makes me worthy of death, is what it does. It makes me worthy of it. And that's me. I am worthy of death, but saved by the grace of all. Saved from what? Somebody asked me on Tuesday's broadcast, what is the meaning of salvation? Being saved from going to hell. That's what it means. So this list here, the people that do those things are worthy of death. But not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Carrie Underwood, you're married to a guy. That's great. Hope it works out for you. But you cannot look at things that are mentioned here in Romans 1, things that God expressly forbids and says, you're not supposed to do these things, you'll die, and say, oh, I just think it's so wonderful. I mean, let's just pick one from the list here. Romans chapter 1, verse 29. Fornication, wickedness, covetous, maliciousness, full of envy, murder. Stop right here. Okay? The guy in Florida who's high on bath salts and attacks the other guy stark naked and is eating his face off. I don't remember anybody gathering around this event and going, oh, look, I'm just so happy for him. He's eating this guy's face. He's a murderer. But you know what? That's just what he wants to do. I just want to be happy for them. You don't do that. You don't look at things that God said, don't do, and then say, well, if, it's okay with them if they do that. Murderers, whisperers, haters of God, disobedient. You don't condone that kind of stuff. You don't go along with it. And God's eyes now, and this, boy, we can just go on and on with this. This is all how you vote. When you vote for politicians or officials that openly condone this stuff. I got a letter I'm going to read here in a minute. Openly condone this kind of stuff. When you vote for politicians like that who are worthy of death, that also makes you as guilty as they are. I mean, that's what it says. That they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. And so those that commit the sin of sodomy are worthy of the same condemnation as you are, who you never sodomized somebody, but you said, you know what, that's just them. It's okay with them. You're guilty. You're just as guilty as they are. And, I mean, we could take this into a lot of places that some people don't like. Here is a letter. You know what? I think I have a screen capture. No, I don't. Let me pull up a guy sent me an email. Or, no, a lady, excuse me. And she may be watching today. She has come out of a church, Mark Driscoll. Anyway, she sent me a letter. I'm not naming her name because I don't have permission to name her name. She said, also wanted to write and send you this letter. I have a picture of it here. She took a picture of it. She said, I have a college friend who used to be a strong believer but has fallen into sodomy. He married his long-term boyfriend in April. In late May, Barack Hussein himself mailed my friend and his husband this letter of congratulations on their marriage. Let me read the letter. And this is an actual picture. It actually has not just the White House, Washington on there, April 2012, but it actually has, it's not the watermark, it's like a seal that you put on there. Congratulations to you on this special occasion. Michelle and I hope it is blessed with love, laughter, and happiness. Your union marks the beginning of a lifelong partnership as you share in the joys of your life together. I wish you the very best as you embark on your journey together and hope that your bond grows stronger with each passing year. Signed, Barack Hussein Obama. And, oh, by the way, it was written on recyclable paper. I see that on there. Okay? So here is Barack Hussein. And she writes in her email after she sends me this, and she says, I'm grieved to know that our nation's president not only endorses sodomite marriage, but sends letters of congratulations to each couple. I did not receive a letter of congratulations from the president when I married my husband in 1999. I didn't either. Okay? This goes back to April 2012. This was this not before Barack Obama came out publicly and said, I think I'm evolving on gay marriage. I think it's okay for them to marry. This letter, he thought it was okay all along. Don't you understand that? He thought it was okay all the way through. He thought it was fine. And I was listening to the radio coming back in fact, it was in Pensacola, I think, and listening to the radio, and there was some black ministers that were coming out and saying, hey, we put you in the White House because you're one of us, and you represent the fruition of the civil rights movement, Dr. King. We put you in the White House. And now you're turning against us. And I tell you what, I'm not endorsing everything that everybody stands for, but I applaud these African American ministers, these black ministers, who are standing up and saying, "Better change your tune, son. Better change your tune." Just the fact that, and this looks like one of those stock letters. It looks like to me that probably everybody, or a big bunch of people who are getting involved in these sodomite marriages, are getting a special letter from the president saying, I'm so happy for you guys. Oh, what a world we live in. What else is going on today? Oh, yeah, speaking of things you should not endorse, somebody sent me an email on this, and it took me it took quite a while for me, I clicked on the link that they sent me, and we have an internet filter that filters out certain things, and it wouldn't let me go to these news articles because of the content of them. Which, by the way, I think that if you, any married couple or anybody, especially if you have children, I think you should get a filter of some kind on your internet. I think it's a good idea. Not everything out there is okay. But I finally found, I went to the Rock Church, where is San Diego, I think it is. And they're just trying to help everybody. They're trying to help people. So they're having an event called the Great Porn Debate. And they're having at their church, at the Rock Church, October the 9th, Ron Jeremy, the star of over 2,000 adult films, and ranked #1 porn star of all time. He's going to go to church, and he is going to debate this at the Rock Church. Now, the Rock Church is we're just trying to help everybody. We're just trying to help people who have problems. So they invited a porn star to their church to have a debate. I see beyond. I get it. I get it. Okay? Because of the fact that this event now, before it's ever happened, this event has, there was, I don't know, probably a dozen different news sites that talked about this event happening. Do you know why? Now, let me just tell you where I come from on this. Number one, I'm against it. The Bible speaks against it. I've had guys who came to church who tried to say, you know, God just made the woman's body. It's just like a work of art. There's nothing wrong with looking at it. Oh, it's just, you know, I'm just appreciating what God made. Are you kidding me? Come on. And then I had a guy tell me, he was a youth leader at a church when I was in college. It's okay to window shop as long as you buy at home. Good grief. Whosoever lusteth after a woman has committed adultery with her in his heart already. And so if I were to deal with this issue, let me tell you, number one, there would be no debate. You know what a debate is? One person's going to give their side, and the other person's going to give their side, and then they're going to let you draw your own conclusions here. Can I tell you, and you know what, yeah, you're right, you do have a free will. You have choice. God clearly gives us choice. But I'm going to tell you something. The message of the church is not about, now you just think about it and choose whatever you want to. The message that's supposed to come out of the pulpits, what's supposed to come out of the churches is, this is wrong, don't do it. There's no debating this. It's not up for everybody's discussion. There's not a vote that's going to be made on it. It's wrong.